All right. Hi, everyone. My name is Linus. I'm setting up the supply chain at Cylib. And today I have the pleasure of presenting two POCs that we did with Porsche and with Webasto. Actually, I want to say this is a full circle moment for us because we've met Webasto right here at Startup Autobahn 2 years ago, and now 2 years later we're back here and we can present what we've been working on for the past 2 years. I want to start by explaining our technology first, and then explain how we apply this technology with Porsche and with Webasto. So let me start by explaining how our technology solves two problems at once. First problem is a lot of electric vehicles will hit the road over the next 2 years, right? Each of these vehicles has a battery, and each of those batteries is going to turn into waste at some point. So we will have a large stream of toxic lithium-ion battery waste that will need to be properly handled and treated here in Europe. And the second problem is that to electrify all those vehicles, we need a lot of raw materials, such as lithium, graphite, nickel, cobalt. And the bad news is we cannot mine them here in Europe. We're totally dependent on imports from Asia, from Africa, and this bears geopolitical risks, but also supply chain risks. But battery recycling is the answer to this, or actually good battery recycling is the answer to this, because we can recycle those waste batteries and extract all the raw materials out of it that we need for new batteries, and like that can really close the loop and enable a true circularity. Of course, we also build or increase the supply chain resilience of our European partners, because we're able to offer locally produced battery materials made in Europe. We've recognized this need very early. Our CEO, Lilian, she actually started researching battery recycling in 2016 at the RWTH Aachen. And over the years, we formed a group of researchers around her, all dedicated to battery recycling. And then eventually in 2022, we decided to develop a startup out of the research that we've been doing and out of the process that we've designed in research. Ever since that, we've grown quickly. I said we're 60 employees here, but that's because I wrote it 2 weeks ago. We're 67, I believe, as of today. And most importantly, we've hired a great leadership team of absolute tech experts, but also of very experienced managers from, for example, the chemical industry. This is a very high-level look onto our process, but a couple of things stand out here. It's an end-to-end recycling process that allows us to leverage all the interdependencies there are and be very efficient. Also, we have multiple patents filed for our pre-treatment steps and for the raw material recovery. We recover lithium and graphite purely water-based. Other recyclers cannot recycle them at all or using heavy chemicals. So, all in all, we are more efficient, we're more sustainable, and we're actually able to recover all relevant components inside a battery. That's a look at our products, because this is what we offer to our partners. We offer access to locally produced green battery materials and thereby increase the supply chain resilience of European OEMs or cell factories. And now I've tried to be very quick in explaining our technology and what we do. I want to also speak a bit about where we stand as a startup today. Just very recently, we have closed the largest ever financing round for a European battery recycler. We've raised 66 million euros, and most notably, last year, from January to September, we've built a pilot facility. So it just took us 9 months, and ever since September, we might still be a startup, but first and foremost, we're an up-and-running recycler. Since then, we've recycled many different batteries, such as Porsche's or Webasto's batteries. And now all eyes are on industrialization. We've bought a 17,000 square meters facility to fully industrialize and start production there in 2026. Just to give you an idea of the pilot line where we are recycling Porsche and Webasto batteries, that's a look inside of it. So I hope what you can see here is it's not the university lab anymore. We've successfully scaled up to this level, and now this will act as a blueprint for further industrialization. All right, I hope I was able to convey that our mission is really to build a true circular economy in Europe. As you can imagine, we're not able to do this alone. We need strong partners, and we need the right partners who share that same vision with us and are willing to take those steps with us. And I'm very lucky that today I'm joined here by two of such partners, Webasto and Porsche. Essentially what we did in our POCs with them is we recycle the different battery system of Webasto and Porsche. And by doing that, we prove that our technology works on an industrial level. And the results were great. Keep in mind, we're speaking about first pilot line tests here, and still, the yields, the recovery rates that we achieved are all above the upcoming battery regulations. So we didn't just stop there. We also sat down together and looked at what elements from a Porsche or a Webasto battery makes it easier or harder to recycle. What are the criteria there? How recyclable is it in general? And jointly develop design for sustainability solutions. I think we had really the opportunity to learn a lot from each other during these processes. And then that's what we've done so far. Currently, our focus is really shifting towards closing the loop. We want to take the next step, and I think we have the right partners for that, because especially with Porsche, we're looking for collaboration models that allow us to reintroduce these raw materials back into new Porsche batteries. So we have exciting times behind us. We have exciting times ahead of us. And now I'm very happy to welcome colleagues of Webasto and Porsche who will also say a few words on the POC. And I think first is Jonathan Hertz from Porsche.
Hey, great, very much. So our thoughts about also the POC with Cylib together, of course, we as Porsche, we really aim to preserve resources. We want to push the sustainability of our products, also of our processes, and of course, preserve resources and heading towards also a CO2 neutral future. And therefore also the topic circular economy is of course of major importance for us. And it's a major part of our whole sustainability strategy. So we want to, of course, push the whole topic circular economy forward as Porsche, but also with our partners. And one major part of the circular economy is, of course, how can we recycle batteries, as they are a huge part of our future cars, of our current cars, and get more and more important, of course, for our vehicles. And we want to, of course, we are aware about our responsibility and want, of course, preserve those valuable resources as good as possible. And in this circumstance, of course, a good partner like Cylib and also the pilot project we did with Cylib is a great opportunity to really test a new innovative recycling process. And therefore also, of course, the goal is then to use those recycled materials to feed them back into new Porsche batteries as a major goal. And I'm really looking forward to the future and the next months of our project to heading towards this goal. So thank you very much, also from my side.
All right. Thank you, Linus and Jonathan. We as Webasto, we are a battery producing company. And of course, when you produce, you cannot avoid battery scrap also. And our drive was to not just scrap these batteries, but to use those scarce and very expensive raw materials and make meaningful things out of them. Not scrapping them, but bringing them back to the loop, because it's always better to recycle and not mine the new materials all over the world and bring it here. And yeah, we just wanted to close the loop. And that's why we partnered up with Cylib and yeah, had a great pilot project here.
So, and now I'm on stage. Please, everybody stay on stage. It's a very special moment, and this is for us a very, very special project as well, because there is two of our corporate partners who have chosen to work with the same startup. Also, Cylib is, I think, currently one of the hottest startups that we're having here in Germany and in the battery space in general. Cylib was founded in 2022, I believe, so 2 years ago. And after 1 year, you already managed to work with two behemoths of the industry, with Webasto, with Porsche. It is not easy. We work every day with corporates and with startups, and it is not easy to find startups who, after 1 year, already work with companies like Webasto and Porsche. So Cylib, very, very special startup. You did a huge investment round just now, so that's a sign for their success. And also Porsche and Webasto, you chose to work with a 1-year-old startup at such a crucial technology as battery recycling. which shows that you really invest in startups, that startups are part of your strategy. And this is why we at Plug and Play have decided to hand over. We didn't have any other choice than to hand over this year's Plug and Play Global Innovation Award to you with Cylib, to Webasto and Porsche. And now a big, big round of applause for Cylib, Webasto and Porsche for winning the Plug and Play Global Innovation Award. And also I'd like to ask on stage the Cylib team, the Porsche team, the Webasto team, everybody who was involved. Please, everyone, come on stage, and we'll take a couple of pictures and hand over 3 of those beautiful awards. Jonathan, for you. For Cylib. Thank you very much. And finally, for Webasto. Thank you very much. Please, everybody, come on stage. Let's come together. Present the awards. Be excited, yeah. 3, 2, 1. Webasto, Cylib, Porsche, woo!